Happening right now, the Olympic flame heating up Toronto. Francis D'Souza live at the Big Bash at City Hall. Francis.
Well, right now, Gord, on stage we have Lisa Ojik. She is the world champion hoop dancer. Take a look at that. Quite a magnificent sight right now. Let's take a little listen. But there are a couple hundred people down at Nathan Phillips Square right now, and you got to look at all these people. They are so happy to see the flame come. What's your name?
I'm Dylan.
How excited are you to see the flame?
I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Clearly Public School.
Yeah.
Clearly Public School.
Now, seeing the flame, what do you think it's going to look like?
A big piece of fire on that stick.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
They're going to see it. Let's go down the line here. This mom, you brought your kids today.
Yes, my children.
Yeah.
My
So why
child.
did you bring them?
Huh?
What did you want to show them today?
Well, because this is so important, you know, and I'm proud to be here.
It's history in the making, isn't it?
Exactly, it is. It is. It's a great experience.
Absolutely.
Maybe one in a lifetime.
I think so, absolutely. How are you?
Good.
You brought your kid today, too.
Yep, she's right down there.
Okay, and why did you want them to come and see this?
Well, we came together as a school, as a community, and it's just we plan to watch the Olympics and everything and support it and stuff like that in the school. So.
And I guess for many people who can't actually go to Vancouver, this is great.
Oh yeah, excellent. And they got to meet the guy that's carrying the torch, and they're really excited about it. So.
Very cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
So the excitement is building here. The flame should arrive at 7 o'clock or just before, hopefully. We'll be here to see it all happen. That's it live from Nathan Phillips Square. Back to the newsroom.
Exciting stuff. All right. Thank you for that, Francis. Live next to Andrea Puno. She's live at Yonge Dundas Square, where the torch countdown now is just down to minutes, Andrea.
Yes, and right outside our front doors, in fact, and the torch is going to be coming down this stretch, heading south onto Yonge. Check out this crowd. This line formed probably within 10 minutes, and now we see the entire stretch here of Yonge lined with people. Hello, a lot of excited people waiting to see that torch light up this stretch of the street. We also have Sean over here. You brought out the entire family, didn't you?
Yeah, we have my mom, my wife, and our two kids.
And why is it so exciting for you guys?
Well, the Olympics is a big thing for us. We've always been big fans of the Olympics. It's a great thing for Canada. It's a great night for Toronto as well. So.
Feeling very patriotic. We're seeing a lot of flags here. And right over here.
Yeah, the kids have their hockey shirts on and everything.
And why are you so excited?
Because everybody gets together tonight and they see the torch.
That's right. You must be very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you really taught the kids about what this means to be a Canadian?
Oh, very much so. So it's a very proud, as you said, very proud, patriotic night. So.
Okay, thank you so much, Sean. Now, Jay Triano, head coach of Toronto Raptors, is going to be the torchbearer throughout this stretch. So it's going to head south on Yonge here, turn down Queen before making a stop at Nathan Phillips Square. Of course, the crowd isn't as large as the one at Nathan Phillips Square, but the excitement is just as much excitement here as it is over at Nathan Phillips Square. We'll continue to track the torch here. We'll bring you more in a few minutes, live from from Yonge Dundas. So excited. Andrea Puno, back to the newsroom.
Yeah, from one square to another. Thank you, Andrea. Live now to Pam Seidel as the torch hits SickKids Hospital. Pam.
And Gord, it's going to be here any minute. We heard that it's just outside, so we're waiting for Stephanie Bellanger, who is a social worker. She works in the psychiatry department here at SickKids. Very popular social worker, knows a lot of the patients here. She is going to be bringing the torch through the doors any minute and leaving it here for about 10 minutes, so everyone here will be able to get a good look at it. And right now I am joined by Michelle, who is a nurse here at SickKids. And tell me about Stephanie's work here and how important it is that she is bringing the torch.
Well, Stephanie works on our program in psychiatry, and it's very important that she represents all the children here in the hospital and the staff and the type of work that we do here to be very supportive to the kids to give them a better quality of life.
How important is it to these children and their families that this sort of special event is taking place here tonight?
Well, I think it gives kids the opportunity to see something they wouldn't otherwise be able to see because they're not able to leave the hospital today. So I think it's extremely important that the torch comes here for these children to have that opportunity.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle. It's an exciting time, and once again, we're expecting the flame to arrive at any moment. It'll be for about 10 minutes, and then head on to Nathan Phillips Square. For now, though, it's back to the newsroom.
We have breaking news now. A protest has stalled the Olympic torch run into downtown Toronto. Francis D'Souza is live with more details tonight. Francis.
Well, and we're just learning of this. We have learned that the torch has actually been stalled at Yonge and Bloor, and this is because of a massive Native protest. So we understand that about 200 Native protesters are trying to intercept the torch right now and delay it from actually making its way down here to its destination tonight, which is Nathan Phillips Square. So once again, we are hearing that the Native protesters are at Yonge right now at College. They're trying to head northbound to intercept the torch. Police have called in reinforcements to try to stop them from disrupting the torch run. But right now, as we understand it, the torch has been stalled at Yonge and Bloor. So we are continuing to follow this story. We also have cameras on the scene as well. Our Michael Serapio is there, and we will bring you the latest developments as we get them.
Back now with breaking news. An Olympic protest has stalled the torch run in Toronto. Live now to Francis D'Souza with an update. Francis?
Well, Gordon, we understand the torch is still stopped at Yonge and Bloor. Now, the protest right now is at Yonge and College, and police have met the protesters and are trying to prevent them from actually disrupting the torch. Now, we understand that some of these protesters may be armed. We're hearing there are about 200 Native protesters. We know this is highly organized. The torch is supposed to come down here to Nathan Phillips Square. It was supposed to be here around 7 o'clock. You can actually see within the last few minutes quite a big police presence here. They're actually at the front of the stage, side of the stage, by the front of the stage, just to make sure that nothing happens here. Now, we did get hold, it was just emailed to me, that this went out about Wednesday, December 2nd, and the details, this is highly organized. It was called Toronto Block the Olympic Torch Rally. So they were asking everyone to come out. I'll just read you some of it here. They say, expose the Olympic circus, block the Olympic torch, a massive street circus you don't want to miss. People were asked to gather and then come out in style. They said the Olympic torch is about colonial theft of Indigenous land, corporate profit grabbing, ecological destruction, militarization, and migrant exploitation. We say no Olympics on stolen Native land. So that gives you an idea of what this protest is about. Our Michael Serapio is in the middle of this protest, and we're actually trying to get a hold of him right now to give us an update. But our cameras are there. We will continue to update you throughout the show, and hopefully the torch is not delayed much longer. That's it live from Nathan Phillips Square. Back to the newsroom.
Okay, Francis, thank you for that. We're live next to Andrea with how this protest is affecting the mood along Yonge Dundas Square. Andrea.
Well, and the torch relay may have been stalled, but these people are patient. They are still very, very excited to see that torch come through this stretch of Yonge. So we're all anxiously awaiting the arrival of that torch. Check this out, though. We had a few people here, a very, very small crowd around the 5 o'clock hour. And if you just take a look, it's hard to see, but there are easily hundreds of people lined on both sides of the street here on Yonge. We think it starts just south of Gerrard, so many people. I'm actually going to go talk to a couple of people very quickly. You're taking a picture of what looks like...
I'm going to take a picture of the Jumbotron up there.
Looks like our home over here across the street. Why'd you come down here today?
To see the Olympic torch relay with my friend Ron. He dragged me out of the house to come out and see this wonderful event.
In the cold, but that's okay?
It's okay. If it wasn't cold, it wouldn't be Canada, right?
Exactly. Now, we know there's a protest that is, sort of stalling things. Are you feeling okay about that? Are you still really anxious?
No, I'm fine with it. I'm just anxious for well, I guess I am anxious for the torch to come through. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
What are your thoughts of a protest?
Well, it's sad because, I mean, aside from whatever political reasons, the athletes are really needing to be supported because that's what it's for. So really, it's kind of sad that it does happen, but hopefully when it comes time that everyone will get behind the athletes and support them.
All right, thank you so much for that. And again, so when this torch doesn't make its way down this stretch, it's going to turn on to Queen and then eventually arrive at Nathan Phillips Square. Watch for Michael Serapio's full wrap on the protest tonight on City News at 11. Live, I'm Andrea Puno. Now let's send it back to the newsroom.
So thousands of people lining the torch relay route in downtown Toronto. Many of them going to have a long wait, though, as the Olympic protests continue. We'll keep you updated. Now let's